Good morning, Taiwan, and thank you for sharing your week with us. I am Louisa Lee, here to keep you informed and entertained. 欢迎收看 Louisa 报报，每天给你最新奇、最有趣的新闻。First news in Mexico, while Pope Benedict XVI received warm welcome from the President and the First Lady during his 3-day visit in Mexico, gay and women's rights activists took it to the streets in the capital to denounce the Catholic Church, stressing that they are not convinced of the Pope's message for peace. 教宗展开了他到墨西哥为期3天的拜访，也受到总统接待。不过，当地的同志团体却用抗议来迎接他。
The Pope touched down in Mexico on Friday, beginning his visit to the world's second most populous Catholic state. He was greeted by full military honors at the Guanajuato airport. President Felipe Calderón, the First Lady, and a group of children welcomed the Pope. Tens of thousands of people lined the streets of León as the Pope mobile made its way down a 35-kilometer stretch. Many young people were let out of school for the day, and throngs were waiting since early morning to see the Pope.
First of all, it's all a great emotion. I think I was almost crying. I really hope this helps us change in many ways.
Pope Benedict opened his 3-day visit promising to unmask the evil of drug trafficking. Mexico has been ravaged by gang violence that has killed 50,000 people in the past 5 years. He addressed the crowd in Spanish, saying he had come as a pilgrim of faith, of hope, and of love.
I will pray especially for those in need, particularly those who suffer because of old and new rivalries, resentments, and all forms of violence.
In this visit, the bloodshed in the country is in the mind of many Mexicans, foremost being President Calderón himself, who has staked his reputation on fighting the drug cartels.
Son muchos los desafíos que a los mexicanos nos ha tocado.
There are many challenges that we had to face in recent times. The Pope is welcomed by people that have suffered very much.
Pueblo que ha sufrido mucho.
Pope Benedict's visit to Mexico and later to Cuba is aimed at rallying Catholics as more and more are becoming disillusioned and lured to other faiths.
And now to other news. Soon enough, you may not be able to see super thin ladies strutting the catwalks in Israel. The Israeli lawmakers are pushing for a groundbreaking new law to ban models that look underweight in the advertising in an attempt to promote a mentality that's healthy and realistic. 以色列为了要阻止有害健康的审美歪风，打算要立法禁止聘用过瘦的模特儿，只要是 BMI 低于 18.5 的模特儿都不能拍广告或工作。
How thin is too thin? That's what Israel lawmakers have called into question with new legislation that bans underweight models from the catwalk. Legislator Rachel Adato is helping set the precedent in the hope that it will save lives.
We believe that by this bill, there will be a new way to protect the kids and a new way to look what is beautiful. Beautiful is not underwear. Beautiful shouldn't be anorexia. Anorexia is a very, very dangerous disease, and that's a reason, that's a justification why we need this legislation.
The law stipulates that men and women cannot be contracted for modeling work without a doctor's stamp of approval, meaning that models' body mass index ratio of weight to height must exceed 18.5%. Fashion photographer Aribar Khan says he's watched the fashion industry set impossible standards and supports the new law.
I looked 15 years, 20 years ago, we shoot model when the size is 38, today it's 24. That means we lost 2 sizes in 20 years. Why? Why? And this is the difference between thin and too thin. This is the difference between death and life. So we must pass the law, and then we can save a lot of girls every year, a lot.
The law also prohibits the use of images where models appear underweight and calls on advertisers to explicitly state if a major graphic manipulation was made to a photo. Israel joins Italy and India in placing an underweight model ban, but they're hoping other countries will follow suit.
And now in related news, he is the man responsible for some of Lady Gaga's eccentric outfits. Japanese designer Masanori Morikawa is again wowing the fashion lovers by putting out a green show on the runway inspired by nuclear disasters. 帮女神卡卡设计服装的日本设计师深川最近推出了他个人的品牌秀，以日本赈灾为主题。果然，服装的风格很卡卡。
Green was the theme at Masanori Morikawa's Japan Fashion Week runway show. Inspired by nuclear disasters and environmental concerns, the designer titled his collection Lost and used his surroundings as motivation.
I was moved by news such as Chernobyl and those similar events, and I wanted to express through this collection the question of whether or not we have a place to return to.
Morikawa has become a leader for Tokyo's edgy fashion scene after designing dresses for Lady Gaga and other celebrities. This show featured models clad mainly in black, walking under green lighting as if under a forest canopy. In keeping with the nature theme, the special highlight was a flower creation made out of several black cushions. The show ended with a visual installation featuring a bird cage that burst into flames and transformed into a disappearing angel. Mercedes-Benz Japan Fashion Week ends on March 24th.
To movie news, actor Hugh Grant went outside of his comfort zone in his latest 3D animated film, The Pirates: An Adventure with Scientists, where he took on his first animated role voicing for the pirate captain. In the latest interview, Grant went on to say why he couldn't resist being part of this flick. 很久没有新作品的演员 Hugh Grant 最近推出新作品动画片的 Pirates: An Adventure with Scientists 为主角 Pirate Captain 配音。他说愿意为参加这部片，是因为剧本实在太好笑了。
Find every captain with glittering eyes and a luxuriant beard. The crew of Briny Road.
The makers of popular Wallace and Gromit are back with a new 3D film titled The Pirates: In an Adventure with Scientists, which also stars British actor Hugh Grant in his first animated role. At the premiere of the film, the now semi-retired actor said he just couldn't resist playing the character of pirate captain.
It's true, I don't do much acting anymore, but occasionally a little curiosity comes up that seems tempting. I mean, this was such a hilarious script, and the Aardman people are such geniuses. I thought I have to do this, and it didn't involve having to be in makeup at 5 o'clock in the morning.
The 3D film revolves around pirate captain, who's on a mission to beat his pirate rivals, played by Jeremy Piven and Selma Hayek, to the coveted Pirate of the Year award. His journey takes him from an exotic island all the way to Victorian London. Along the way, he battles a haughty queen and meets scientist Charles Darwin, played by former Doctor Who star David Tennant.
The genius is the animators. The animators are the stars of the film. We're just, our contribution is minuscule, really. But I'm just, to be associated with anything that Aardman does is an honour and a privilege, really. They are the definition of national treasure. And the work they produce is never less than brilliant. So I'm just glad to be here, really. Just glad they let me in.
Here we are. Home sweet home.
Director Peter Lord, the co-founder of Aardman Studios, revealed the painstaking process of stop motion, saying it took 200 people a week to produce just a minute and a half of film. He also revealed how Hugh Grant, who's known as a romantic comedy actor, was chosen to play an animated pirate.
It's a little bit counterintuitive, isn't it? Because people wouldn't expect that. We were looking for a leading man, a big star, capital L, big star, English. Okay, there's a range of names you could think of, but funny, there aren't very many. A great comic actor. That's why I chose you, because he is a great comic actor.
The Pirates: In an Adventure with Scientists opens in cinemas in the UK on March 28th.
Captain, I'd bet my face. Well, thank you, Albino Pirate.
Sure does not a pirate on the 7 seas can match it.
Lock up your daughters!
And that is all the time we have for this edition. I am Louisa Lee, and we'll see you back here tomorrow. Meanwhile, stay with CTS to find out the latest weather update and for more top stories.